Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing a review, swatches, and mini tutorial for you guys for the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I feel like I haven't done a review in forever for you guys, but when I saw this palette, I knew right away I had to have it. I'm actually a big fan of Urban Decay. A couple other palettes I have is the Naked Heat palette, I have the Cherry palette, and the Honey palette. I did purchase the Violet or the Ultraviolet palette. That one was kind of a flop for me. I think I did do a review on that, and if I did, I'm pretty sure I did. I'll have it up for you guys in the card so you guys can check that out. But these are some of my favorites, the Honey, the Naked, and the Cherry. I would definitely say the Honey is my top favorite, and then the Cherry, and then the Heat if I had to put them in order. Alright, so here is the box right here. I really love that they went with a snakeskin theme. It does remind me of the Wild West, so that's really cool. It also says on the front that this is their vegan formula. It does not contain animal, derived ingredients, or byproducts. So that's always a huge plus. Now this is the actual packaging right here. It looks just like the box, which I really like it when they do that. I hate it when they have such a beautiful outer packaging for the box and then you open up and the palette's like not as good, but I love it when it looks just like the box. So that makes me super happy. So you open it up and here are all of your shadows. Aren't they so pretty? Oh my gosh. It literally screams Wild West to me when I look at this palette. So we are going to go ahead and do swatches and then we will get into my thoughts. So these are all your shades. Oh, they're so stunning. So let's go through my thoughts. All right, first off, I have been playing with this palette for quite some time now. I've had this palette the moment it got released on Sephora. I ordered it, but I really wanted to play with each shadow and make sure I can give you guys as thorough as a review as I possibly can. Now, this palette did come with a brush. I actually really enjoy the Urban Decay brushes that they include. They're some of my staples. So like this is used, but this is another one that I had gotten right here. And then I have obviously two more. I don't really know what those are right now. But they're really, really good quality brushes. Now this is more of a fluffy brush on the top, so it's like a blending brush, and then you have more of a smaller brush right here, which I used to kind of pack on my green shadow that I have today. I love that it's such a good quality. So with that being said, the case itself is always super sturdy. I love that it's magnetic and it snaps closed. It's definitely a really nice palette to travel with eventually. It does give you a full-size mirror. The palette's not too heavy, so you're able, let's say you don't have a mirror around, you're able to actually do your makeup in the palette. So that's always a plus for me. So let's go over some of these shade names because I think it is so cool. They really came up with some really good shade names. So you got Standoff, Spur, Nudie, Hold'em, Cowboy Rick, Laredo, Bud, Rustler, Ghost Town, Whiskey, Tex, and Pony Up. I think those are kind of cool names. Bud, I'm a little thrown off by, but I love all the other names. I think they work with the palette very, very well. So the shades I actually used on my eyes today is Standoff, Ghost Town, Whiskey, Tex, Bud, and Cowboy Rick. So that's what I have on my eyes today, as you'll see later in the tutorial. So this Standoff shade right here I actually used to set my eyeshadow primer. I really love it. It worked very well setting my primer. Kind of gave me that overall color that I needed to blend all the rest of the shadows I was going to put on my eyes. When it comes to Spur and Nudie, these are actually really, really pretty shades. I do wish that maybe Nudie was a little bit darker because they're just a little bit too similar, but they're still beautiful shades. So obviously Spur is a little bit more peachy. Nudie, it's not that much of a difference, but it is, you can definitely see the difference. So when you do your eye looks, you can either choose which way you want to start off. Now these two shimmers right here, so stunning. The Hold'em is a perfect gold shade. I am living for it. Cowboy Rick, like I have on my inner corner. I thought it was a little bit more of like an icy color, but it has a hint of pink to it, which makes it a little bit different than what I thought it was, but it's still absolutely stunning. This Laredo shade, oh my gosh, it's so freaking pretty. Obviously Bud I have on the middle of my eye. It's the shimmer that I'm wearing. Rustler is a beautiful coppery color. Ghost Town and Whiskey, oh my gosh. Looking at the palette, I got a little nervous because sometimes their shadows can be just a little bit dry, but these actually are not, and they blend so freaking good. Ghost Town and Whiskey, I could like go in there and just blend and it'd take me like 2 seconds because they just performed so well. Tex, obviously I have on my inner corner and outer corner. I did have to build up the color to what I wanted when it comes to the depth, but I didn't really run into any kind of like patchiness. So that was really nice. It still blended very, very nicely. So I'm super happy with that because this color could actually be really easy to do either one of those things. It could have actually been really patchy. It could have been hard to, you know, blend, but it was neither one. So very happy with that. And this pony up color is something else. It's like this slate, kind of like grayish color. And I am really digging it. I want to create a smoky eye with that. Isn't that just beautiful? That is such a stunning shade. It almost has like a hint of purple behind it. It's crazy. It's like a gray, brown purple, if that makes any sense when I look at it. But it is absolutely stunning. So the eye look I am actually wearing, I have had on for several hours. I even cooked dinner over some high heat, frying up shrimp, and it lasted through everything. So needless to say, these shadows perform so well. They are super buttery, they blend well, and they have long-lasting power. So I'm really impressed with this palette. You do get a total of 8 mattes and 4 shimmers in here, which I think is just the perfect amount. I don't like it when there's more shimmers versus mattes because I want to be able to create different looks. And I think having more mattes in a palette can definitely help me with that. All right, so this palette runs for $49. You can get it on the Sephora website. You can also get it off of urbandecay.com. The Naked Cherry and the Naked Honey palette also run for $49. My Naked Heat actually was $54. I feel like I can actually create so many looks with this palette. Anything from colorful, like I'm wearing today. I can do like a brown smoky eye. I could do something neutral. I really feel like this palette does have it all, even with only 12 shades. It's just so versatile. And I'm really digging that. I think this palette could be good for everybody. I love the fact that they are completely pigmented and they are so easy to blend. So even if you are new to makeup or you're, you know, not as experienced as others, I think this is a palette that any skill level could use and be happy with. I love the fact that this is a vegan formula, so it does not contain any carmine whatsoever. So if you don't know what carmine is like crushed beetles, and it is used in some makeup. Even though it's cruelty free, crushed beetles can still be in there. So if you are not wanting that in your makeup, or you're sensitive to it, or whatever the case may be, you'll want to look for something vegan. So I actually have a friend that cannot use anything that contains carmine, so this would definitely be right up her alley, and I hope that she gets a chance to try it because this formula is phenomenal. So that is a huge plus to this palette. And the fact that it performs so well and it's vegan, like, they need to stick with this in the future. I think it would make a lot more people very happy. Yeah, with that being said, if you guys want to stick around and see how I created this halo eye with the palette, then just keep watching.
Oh boy, I look like a hot mess. Well, this portion, when you see me in the blue shirt, is a refilm, but I've already primed my eyes and I use Standoff to go over my primer. Now I am taking a fluffy brush and going in with Ghost Town in my crease. Also using this color and putting it on the outer portion of the lid. Now taking a smaller fluffy brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Whiskey, and I'm going to pack this on the outer portion of the lid. I love how well this blends. These two colors go so good together. You could just put on a shimmer and just be good to go. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Text. I'm going to pack this on the outer corner and inner corner of the lid and then connect it in the crease. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Bud and pack this on the center of the lid.
Alright guys, so that's it for this tutorial. That's it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big ol' thumbs up for me. I want to try and do another tutorial with this. I love doing makeup tutorials. I know I haven't done them in forever. It's just, life has been so crazy. I don't know. I really want to find the time to be able to do those more often, especially for you guys. I know I talked about wanting to bring my Blast from the Past makeup series back. I would love to jump into some more makeup palettes that I haven't used in a while. And then there's makeup palettes that I haven't got a chance to use, like, at all. So I definitely want to start doing tutorials at least maybe once a week. That would be really nice if I could start bumping up 2 videos a week. That would be like the ultimate goal for me. But it is competition season. It is competition season for my daughter at the moment, so life is a little crazy. We actually have dance competition this weekend. Yes. That's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that button down below. I would love to have you. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.